Boom, what's up, guys? It's White Thunder here back with something kind of new. I haven't been here in a minute, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna try something. Start doing deck techs for Magic the Gathering. This will probably go up the day it's recorded, so February 2nd, which is the day of Rivals Vixelon Pro Tour, which is a modern Pro Tour that they finally brought back after a year, I think, of having one or two or something like that. But so it's the modern Pro Tour of the year, so but we're gonna be actually doing standard instead of modern. The funny thing behind it. So what I have in front of me now is a deck I kind of made. I just kind of threw it together, and it's a red-green aggro deck. I see it as more than red-green monsters or something like that. It doesn't have the aspects of a monster deck. I don't think. But so it has everything really of a red-green aggro style deck. It's not as quick as I wanted it to be, but there's a couple edits to it that I've made. So we have our 4 blocking defenses, as usual. Bowmaker, of course, that's been a staple, I guess, of aggro decks ever since Rammy Nap was made, but now we've had to kind of move away from Rammy Nap because key pieces have been removed out of the set, which was Lightning Bolt. But yeah, it's not Lightning Strike. I don't know why they care about the ruins so much, but it's not Lightning Strike, but I guess because it's a land. So it kind of was more efficient. But we have a 4 Bowmakers to refill our hand. 4th Shaker Kenras. Again, great 2 drop for a 2/1 just reverse like monster switch spirit except it has graveyard recur. It comes back with Eternalize and can prevent a 1-drop blocker. A braid, that's kind of good now with Mardu vehicles kind of coming back, and it's a good balance in the cards. On Crop Crasher, good, great 3-drop haste card, nothing really to complain about. Rona's Indomitable, of course, great card. We'll get one of those as soon as we start getting into our bigger creatures. Rona's becomes a key part, and it helps pump our smaller creatures, Bowmats, Kenras, on crop, things like that. We have Death Gorge Scavenger. I couldn't really find anything else to really put in the deck that was a good 3-drop. And so I felt Death Gorge Scavenger was probably just the why this. Give me 1 second, okay. Okay, sorry. It was just kind of good 3-drop. It just worked. It was just like, what, this good card can be good in any situation. Really helps me regain life if I lost it, and then when it attacks, and if I have a Blossoming Defense or a Braid in the graveyard, it becomes a 4/3. Nothing much. Then I have Hazard the Fervent. Again, another staple probably in a red deck, just because we're gonna be filing out so many cards, and so we just need to just keep filing out our cards as quickly as we can. So Hazard's just really good at doing that. We have a new card out of Rivals of Ixalan, Rekindling Phoenix. That's a great 4-drop 4/3 that just keeps coming back. A good thing about this Red Green Monsters deck is that it just keeps coming back and back over again. You have all these cards that just keep coming back. First Shaker Kenra, Rekindling Phoenix. Those are 2 great cards to have back from your graveyard. So I think it's really good. Now my favorite card of the deck, and what I actually was inspired to make this deck off of, is this card right here, Jalta the Primal Hunger. It's a 10. It's a 12 drop, 10 and 2 green for a 12/12. But the thing is that the keyword is cost X less to cast when X is 12 power of creatures control. So it goes with Rona's. I had a card called Blood Rage Brawler. I'll show you guys that right now. Blood Rage Brawler. When it enters the battlefield, you discard a card. It's a 2-drop for a 4/3. Bad part about it, a lot of black's being played in the format. I realized it wasn't good because it was just being fatal pushed out, and then I'd be losing the card that I probably needed. But it worked really well with Jalta because it could get Jalta out, 4 turns earlier, and like as soon as you just start dropping creatures, it just keeps rolling, and then you just like bam, 12/12 with trample. You're gonna need Vraska's Contempt or something to deal with it. So I like the idea behind Jalta, and I still think it's a really good card. That's why I have it in the deck. So there's a couple legendaries in here, and you guys are like, well, why is there so many legendaries? Just because that's how the deck works, how it's functioning right now, so it's really good. Lands, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 forests and 11 forests and 13 mountains, I guess. Relatively, there's more red there than there is green, so, but it's a good balance. Because our sideboard is majority green now. So we have 2 Jade Light Rangers. This is some card that gets people love because it's 3 for a 2/1 that double explores. I don't see how good it is, but I'm putting it in the deck because it's the only other good 3-drop that I could replace Death Gorger with, and it becomes really big. Shaper Sanctuary, this is not a card that you see much in Standard, but I feel like it's really good in this deck. Whenever a creature you control becomes target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, draw a card. Now, let's say they fatal push out your Bomat, whatever. You know, the aggro decks quickly lose their cards very fast. You know, you plan on just dumping your hand out, but then as soon as you dump your hand out, you don't have anything to get everything back in your hand. If you play control deck, Shaper Sanctuary is really good. That's why I have 3 of in the deck in my sideboard, because if you play a Grixis control, Grixis mid-range, Grixis whatever, you know, anything that's really Grixis in it or a red in it, actually black, mostly it has black in it, because black's like the aggro, the format now, but if it has black in it, you know, you kind of, black's is very strong in this Standard right now. So Shaper Sanctuary helps me fatal pushes faster, sometimes lightning strikes, braids, whatever. So if I lose Bomat, I draw a card. Or Sugar Cane, I draw a card. On crop, I draw a card. You know, I just draw cards consistently for all my creatures that they kill. I have a 4th Edgelord Scavenger. I didn't know what else to fill the 15th slot with, so I was like, Deathcore Scavenger, sure, we can have him in there. Maybe 4 of in case I'm having too many 4 drops. Whatever. Works. Sideboard. For red cards, though, we have 4 Lightning Strikes. Lightning Strike, phenomenal card. Y'all know what it does. You know, it's a budget card if you don't want to pay for Lightning Bolts in Modern. But it's just all around good and Standard. You know, if I find the deck struggling to shock and they don't have artifacts, I'll take out all their braids and throw in my Lightning Strikes. And that gives me now the ability to shock my opponent or their creatures instead of just being able to do the creatures like a braid does. So I like Lightning Strike on my sideboard. Last card, Glorybringer. Y'all know how good Glorybringer is. I don't see it as good as Rekindling Phoenix. Now, if they have more creatures, then I definitely bring in Glorybringer. But Rekindling Phoenix is cheaper, recurs, but it just doesn't have that exert ability, which that 4 damage can kind of come in helpful at some points. So it's about where you want to know where you're going to put attack. Like, okay, if he has a lot of creatures, then bring Glorybringer, then Rekindling Phoenix can come out, because then I'll take that 5-drop position. But and the reason why I don't play a 5-drop in this deck and I go straight to 12 is because Jalta, if you can get up to 4, you're going to just have a board flooded and you'll have 15, 16 mana, and Jalta's will cost you 2 mana, and it's 2 mana for 12/12. And it's just like, wow. Like, okay, I have a 12/12 now that tramples. It's great. I was like, when I saw this card, I was like, dude, red green aggro, like, for sure. Like, I just love beating face in Standard, and so Jalta Primer Hunger is like one of those cards that just does it for me. And so Glorybringer can be good, but I don't like it over beating that much. I don't think there's anything else I really put in this deck. So, you know, Chandra's Defeat, maybe. But I could go on Tara. But, there's nothing else I really see. Maybe Greenbelt Rampager, I'm not sure. But a lot of these cheaper cards, I'm just not shocked. No, Magma Spray I've thought about, but I definitely think Magma Spray should probably actually be my sideboard. Can actually take out Glorybringer for it though. So I'm actually gonna make it mid because I know what's that card called? Scrappy Scrounger, 2-drop. whatever it is. There's some scrap. Verb. He's so pesk. So, Fire spray probably would be actually be better for that, but it's worth to take out. I don't think I need 4 Deathcore Scavengers, so I'm gonna try magma spray actually in this sideboard and see how it works. But that is our red-green monster deck essentially. So we're gonna play this deck 5 times, and I'm gonna try and put up our records each time we play it. I'm gonna, put it on the screen or something. I'm gonna be like, okay, we're 0-0 with this deck. We're just gonna go through it, and we're just gonna start we're gonna brew decks on the channel now. I'm trying to get back into Magic, so we're just gonna start brewing decks, and we're just gonna start getting back into it. We're gonna brew standard, legacy, modern, and I'm gonna be taking a random card generator, and we're trying to be building cards around randomly generated cards, rares out of sets, and we're trying to build around that and see how well I can build the deck. So that is our red-green aggro deck today. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you do, please leave a like, and wait for the red-green aggro deck plays game matches to come out. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys later.